Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in today's video, it is going to be the ultimate lazy index credit farm. I did not create this strategy, credits go to the Warframe Endo server, but let's get into today's video. Now for this setup, you are only going to need two things. Number one being Excalibur Umbra, and number two being the Phantasma. So, let's get on into the config we are going to run on Excalibur Umbra. So first of all, you are going to need to subsume Mirage in order to get Eclipse on this config, just so that as the index scales, you are able to deal significant amount of damage. Now for the Aura mod, we are going to be going with Corrosive Projection. Now, this is just a safe bet just in general, and as it does get higher up in the index, the enemies do gain armor, so this is just good to take that armor down. Now, the next mod we are going to be using is a Drift mod obtained from Lure in the Lure Vaults or Lure Spy missions. So, the mod is going to be Coaction Drift, so it just means the aura has an additional 15%, so instead of 18%, I think it's 32%. Do not quote me on that. I suck when it comes to calculating stuff in this game, so don't hold me to that, please. Okay, so the next set of mods we're going to go is with all three of the Umbral mods, because Excalibur Umbra of course comes with 3 Umbral formers inside of him, which is pretty good. So we're running triple Umbrals. Now we're going to increase our casting speed with Natural Talent. So Natural Talent is just significantly faster casting speed, 50%, so it's the same as using 2 orange shards on Excalibur. Now we're just going to punch up our power strength, so we're going to go with Ogre Secrets, we are going to go with Transient Fortitude, and we are also going to go with Blind Rage, if I can spell correctly. Blind Rage. So as you can see here, we've got 355 strength. But we need to throw up our duration now. So Narrow-Minded will be our last mod. Now, this is going to be ideal because having high strength on Umbra is going to give him a higher Eclipse, which is just going to make him do more damage with his weapons overall. And having good casting speed is just going to help out. Bear in mind, this is all setup. You do not need to play Excalibur Umbra. You will see what I mean later in the video. So, for arcanes, you are going to go with 2 arcanes, number 1 being Malt Efficiency for extra duration, bringing this up to around about 208 duration. Now for the next arcane, you're going to go with Arcane Ice. This is to resist a heat status effect, because some enemies in the index do throw out heat procs, and resisting them is going to be ideal to keeping your Umbra alive. So that is the config for Excalibur. Let's go on over the config for the Phantasma. Now for Phantasma, you are going to want to go with Radiation and with Viral. So this is the config you're going to want to run. Frigid Blast for Cold and Status. Toxic Barrage for Toxin and Status. Prime Cleanse Corpus, just because Index is nothing but Corpus, so you know, using the Faction Cleanse mod is going to work very well. Blaze for damage and for heat. Scattering Inferno for heat and status. Incendiary Court for heat, Hell's Chamber for multi-shot, and Vigilante Ornaments for multi-shot. And then for the Exile slot, it is going to be Sinister Reach paired up with Primary Merciless. Now you may be wondering, why are we not using the Galvanize mods? Why not Galvanize Hell or Galvanize Savvy? Now this is because we, like I said, are not going to play Excalibur ourselves. And with the Hell's Chamber mod, it will directly give multi-shot instead of having you have to get kills. Bear in mind, we are not going to be playing, so this is all just so Excalibur Umbra can do his own thing. Now for the focus tree, you can use whichever focus tree you want, it does not matter too much. However, I would recommend either Yuneru or Madurai, just because they are good focus trees. I don't know, it's completely optional to be honest. But one thing that is very important is that you cannot use the Drifter for this strategy. You must be using the Operator, just so that you can see. So bear that in mind. This is a very important step. You could get the perfect RNG, however if you've got the Drifter, you will have to reset your run. As for companions or pets, they aren't allowed in the index anyway, so you can choose whatever one you want to keep on your setup. For the Excalibur Umbra Exalted Blade, you can literally put whatever mods on here and it does not matter. For me, this is the one I have gone with, so I've gone with Sacrificial Steel, Pressure, so double sacrificial mods. Prime Fever Strike for Toxin, Condition Overlord, corrosive with the shocking touch, molten impact for heat, and berserker fury and organ shatter. So this is my exalted blade, but I promise you guys it does not matter what you run on this exalted blade, because you are going to be getting most, if not all, of your kills primarily with the phantasma. Okay, so people, now we do have the loadout. Let's get on into the setup. So for the setup, first of all, I will definitely urge you all to buy a credit booster, 3-day, 7-day, whatever one you prefer. I do have a 3-day active, but I've used it for 1 day already. So that is all that I recommend to get set up with this. Alternatively, if you do go to a relay, you could wait for a mastery rank 30 or above to give a credit blessing, which would definitely help out for the first 2-3 hours of running this and will give you extra credits. So you are going to want to go to either a relay or to the dojo. Now what this does for the index is it spawn, manipulates, and it always gives you the map that is on the outside, otherwise known as the better map in this game. It is important to have this map because we are going to be standing at a spot where you basically just are lazy and have to press a button twice every once in a while, so you know that's easy. So for setup, literally all you do is go to the relay. That is it. Now this is where the painful bit comes. I recommend starting this method up with round about 1 million or so credits, because you are probably going to lose out on a lot of credits initially before you get the right setup. Now as you can see here, I am loading into the index. So with the indexes, when you play this solo, you will be put with 3 specters. Now these 3 specters can range from being good, bad, or just downright horrible. The ideal loadout for specters is Frost, Vault, and Ember. Now you could also get Wukong and Mag. If you get Wukong, your run is okay. If you get Mag, your run is over. Now what Mag can do is basically place the magnetize ability, and that will bug out you as a player, and it will also bug out the other enemies, specifically whilst doing this. So if you get a Mag in your lobby, just reset. Now Wukong is definitely not ideal either. Wukong is slow when it comes to picking up the index points and banking them, so the best frames to go run with are definitely Vault, Frost, and Ember. If you get an Ivara or a Wukong, you could still technically run it, but your run may just be a little bit slower. If you get a Mag, like I said, immediate reset. Now as you can see here, I've got a Frost, Vault, and Ivara Spectre. So let's get on into how to actually do this then. So for this, literally all you're going to want to do is come on over to the enemy side of the map. Get rid of you real quick. But from there, you're just going to want to jump down here and jump up here. Now once you're up here, you can see this spot over here right there. So what you are going to want to do is run into this, crouch and slide, and then you are literally just going to want to press 5, and that is it. So once you are in this spot, you can see you can just sit here, and Excalibur Umbra will come and take care of all of the enemies that basically come in this direction. As you can see here, he's just taking care of them with the Phantasma, and it is nice and easy. Now this is literally all you need to do. The only thing that you've got to do now is just press 5 once every 20 seconds or something, and then let Excalibur Umbra back out, and then once the enemies show up, he will take care of them. As long as you're under here, you should be fine. You may want to go out at the 1 hour mark to get the John Prodman poster, which is perfectly fine, but all you got to do after that is basically just come back to being here. Now, you do need to be mindful with your time, because if you leave Excalibur for too long, he will kneel down and basically do nothing, which is definitely not what you want. As far as setup goes, that is quite literally it. This is all you need to do. The only thing you gotta do from now on is basically just go into Excalibur Umbra and jump out, press 5, or alternatively press E to do a melee and jump back into Umbra. So that's all you have to do once every 20 or 30 seconds. Now, let me get to a run that I did last night, and I was in that run for quite a while. So, let me show you how that went. So people, as you can see here, we are in the index, and we've got 1,400 points, meaning we are on round 14 going on to 15. Now, as you can see here, if you do change your view so that it goes black like that, Umbra will kneel. So it's ideal to just make sure that you can see through the floor and stuff like that. Again, with them portals, they can be a pain, and as you can see, that fire orb there is what would give us heat, and that is something that we are negating with that arcane ice. Now again here, as you can see, Umbra is going to go into the kneeling stage again. So all you got to do to fix that, back into 5 and then back into operator, and you're done. That is literally it. So with this and playing like this, let me show you how this run ended. Alright, so now we are extracting, as you can see here, cash in, and we are done. I've gotten a lot of kills as Umbra, but leaving it to the Spectres is basically ideal because they will bank everything for you. And as you can see here, we've got 12 million credits in 1 hour and 30 minutes basically, which is decently effective considering you're just pressing 5 once every 20 seconds. Now let me show you another run that I did previously. Again here, another run, as you can see here, 13.5 million credits in just under 2 hours, and more importantly, we've got that Prodman autograph. So if you want to make a wall of Prodman posters, this is definitely how to do it, guys. Now, I do know that there are definitely other ways to farm the index more effectively, like running a 4-man team with a Nova, Wisp, Titania, and a Vault. However, this is solo, it's easy, and you don't have to rely on anyone, which is why I personally prefer this method. So guys, that's basically been this video, and I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button. If you want to see me push and create strategies on anything else, please do leave them in the comment section below. Other than that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!